Good evening, friends. My name is Doug Haney. I'm the Minister of Music at Wilshire Baptist Church in Dallas, and I want to welcome you to the first of two fall mini-concerts played by our very talented Associate Minister of Music and organist, Jeff Brummel. More on that second concert in just a moment. Mozart once declared, "In my eyes and ears, the organ will forever be the king of instruments." Now, we really wish that we could hear this instrument in our Wilshire sanctuary this evening because it is the ultimate surround sound experience. The variety of the thousands of pipes painting a picture woven together in sound, in color, in harmony, and melody. However, the beauty of this online format is that Jeff is able to do some rather innovative things to explain the organ and help us enjoy the music all the better. I do want to tell you about that second concert upcoming. That will be Tuesday, November 24th, the week of Thanksgiving. And yes, the music will be on a Thanksgiving theme. Again, I'm so glad you decided to join us this evening, so I invite you to sit back and relax and enjoy this wonderful smorgasbord of sound as we listen together.
Hello and welcome to our online concert at the organ at Wilshire. You have just heard perhaps the most famous piece of music ever written for the pipe organ, and that is Johann Sebastian Bach's Toccata in D minor. Bach was born in 1685, And he was not only well known as an extreme talent on the organ, but he was also well known as someone who understood organ design, what kinds of pipes and how many a pipe organ needed to be able to be useful for whatever church was getting a new pipe organ at that time. So we need to learn a little bit about what some of the things are that are in our pipe organ. So I've asked a couple of friends of mine from the youth choir and two very special guests at the end to come help us to understand what we're hearing on our program today. If you hear a tune that sounds familiar to you, please feel free to sing along at home.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. His Majesty, the King of Instruments, is very concerned that the youngest people of the land do not know of his greatness. Therefore, he invites all children to draw near and hear for themselves the many splendid sounds that make up his royal realm.
To help us heed this royal call, we'll use a tune that's known to all.
Now, since you know this little song, you may wish to sing along.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I wonder what you up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I wonder what you are.
Come follow where this tune now leads.
To sounds of pipes, both flutes and reeds.
Pride of place belongs to the principals. Polished and powerful, they parade in front of the other pipes. Their primary purpose when played is to provide support for people to hymn their praise.
Silky, smooth, soft, and sweet. Strings have a special sound that is shimmering and light. They seem to say, be very still and listen, listen, listen.
Rich and raucous, the rowdy reeds are next in line to lift their raspy voices. These rascals are always ready to raise a racket.
Friendly and frilly, the frisky flutes are apt to flutter, even behind a shutter. High and low and in between, their fine clear sound is just the thing to top off the organ with fluffy fun.
The organ has several keyboards, not just one, a fact which is really rather neat. The largest keys are called the pedals because they're played by the performer's feet.
Is a keyboard played by the organist's hands.
An organ has more than one. So 2 parts are clear? Understand?
Sometimes the pedals like to get into the act.
They just drone on, and that's a fact.
And now we put it all together.
Principals and reeds, flutes and strings.
Manuals and pedals and all those things.
A joyful noise that shakes the ground. Together They make a majestic sound.
Of all the instruments, surely this is the king, and this royal sound shall ring.
Well, a special thank you to my friends from Youth Choir, as well as to Dr. and Mrs. Jernberg, as they took us on our royal tour of the organ. Did you know that for centuries, organists have actually taken music written for other instruments and arranged them in such a way that they could be played on the pipe organ? We call this, in the organ world, we call it organ transcription. I felt that during this time of global pandemic, that perhaps one of the new things I could learn is how I could myself transcribe music for the organ. So I decided to start small with piano pieces. So tonight you're going to hear my first attempt, 3 new piano pieces, well, newly arranged piano pieces, or newly transcribed, for the organ. We will begin with Beethoven, then Chopin, and finally end with the foot stomping, The Entertainer by Scott Joplin. I think you could say I pulled out all the stops on that last number. I did indeed use all the bells and whistles, don't you know? I've decided to end our program today with a song of hope, a hymn that transcends all ages in our community of faith here at Wilshire. The song God is So Good, taught to us from a very young age and carried with us throughout the rest of our lives. With the text, God is so good, He cares for me. God answers prayer. I praise His name. God is so good. enjoyed today's concert, and I hope that you did, I'd like to take a moment to say, hey, you're invited to the next one. It will be the week of Thanksgiving, November 24th, 7:30 p.m., a Tuesday evening, and of course, we will gather again virtually to hear music based on the theme of Thanksgiving. I'd like to take a moment to say a personal note of thanks to all those that helped put this program on today, both those who were behind the scene as well as those who were on the scenes. I'm very appreciative of the work that you have done, and thank you so much for your time. Also, a special thank you to you for watching. I know times are difficult and we really want to be together, but until we can come together virtually and experience the beautiful music coming from our sanctuary. Now, may God bless you and give you peace.